Alright, let's talk about Skype contact groups. This is from the Advanced User's Guide for Message Magic in the Getting Set Up Correctly section. To get the most out of Message Magic, it does not mean you simply blast out thousands or millions of messages all over the internet. That would be flat out the wrong approach, and you'll do nothing more than make people mad at you. Aside from that, you will create serious issues for yourself. Some system performance related. Please see the frequently asked questions I've created. This is from the user's manual. So what the grant is created related to the Skype/Zone Alarm compatibility. Instead, you could create contact groups. Contact groups like these. Okay? Instead, you should be using my Message Magic as a tool to add new contacts of similar interests, underline similar interests, and send messages related to those interests. So that's a targeted message. It will be received much better than sending an ad or promotional message out to everybody on your Skype list, all your Skype contacts. To do that, you need to be using, to send out relevant messages based on your contact's interests, you need to create your Skype contact groups. So let's do this together. You're going to bring up your main Skype menu. Okay, that would be this guy. And if you need to know how to do that, you just go down to the bottom of your computer and you click on Skype and you open Skype. Sometimes you can find it here in your Skype events, the one that says Skype in your name. That's your main Skype menu. So let's try that again. There's my main Skype menu. Okay, and I can shrink my groups or expand my groups. But the first thing you need to do is enable your group. So we'll show that really quick. View, contact groups, and you want to enable your groups. Let's try that again. To enable your groups, if you have not created any groups yet, you want to go to View in your main Skype menu and then mouse over Contact Groups and click on Enable Contact Groups. Very good. Okay, so now you want to bring up your main Skype menu, the one that shows you all the contacts. Yeah, that's what we did. We want to enable your contact groups. Also make sure that there is a check mark beside View, Contact Groups, Predefined Groups, Ungrouped. So, do we have predefined group? So we want to put a check mark next to that. Well, it doesn't let you put a check mark next to that, but you can see the predefined groups there. Well, actually, you can't in the video. Okay, so we'll do that again. Contact groups, predefined groups, and also ungrouped. You can create new group, but you can't put a check mark next to ungrouped. Skype must have changed since he wrote that. So just the most important thing is that you enable contact groups. That's the most important thing. And we're going to talk more about ungroups right now. Okay, you need to go into your Skype menu, contacts, and create group names for the different types of contacts you have. To create a new group, click on the plus sign. There's lots of ways of doing this. You can go to View and Contact Groups, and you can create a new group like that. Oops, let me move the video over. That will create this untitled group. That's a new group. Let's say you didn't want to do that. You just hit enter and then you right click on it and delete. Okay, so another way of creating that is to click on this plus right here. See that? So we're creating a new group. Now the group that I want to create in this example is, let me delete that, remove that group, okay, is called previous contacts. Okay, So we've created a group. Here, I'll create it again for you. I'll remove the group. I'm going to go click on this plus sign, and I'm going to type here, well, the words untitled group, that's a new group. While it's highlighted, you can type over it. Previous groups. Oops, that's not what he said to do. Let me edit that now. So we're going to edit the name of this group. Oh, hang on, let me move the video down. Okay, we're going to edit the name of this group. Rename group. Okay, I like the word previous, so I'm going to click on the end so the whole thing isn't highlighted, because then whatever I type it will remove it. I like the word previous, but I'm going to change it to contacts, just as it says in the user's guide, in the advanced user's guide. So now we have a group called previous contacts, and it says drag contacts here. So what we want to do is, so that in your message magic your groups show up, all of your groups, even your previous contacts, which are basically people waiting to be moved to other groups of relevant or similar interests. What it recommends to do with your ungrouped, which doesn't show up in your message magic, that group does not, is to highlight all of these. You can do that by clicking on your ungrouped and then hold your control key down on your keyboard and A for all, and it highlights all of your contacts in the ungrouped. Ungrouped, that group is where all your new contacts go that you haven't moved to any other group. So I'll give you another example. In the Advanced User's Guide, this is the method that Grant talks about. He says highlight the first one, then drag, let me move that the video, then let's try that again. You want to grab this bar and move to the bottom of your ungrouped group and click on the very last one. Then you want to hold the shift key down and click on the last one. Well, I didn't do that right. Yeah, I think Control A might be easier for most people. I think I messed up here. You click on the first one, and I know this isn't the first one. There's a Carol's. Oh, it is the first one. Okay. Then holding the shift key down, you drag to the bottom and you click the one at the bottom. This is the technique that the Advanced User's Guide gives. I think Control A is a little bit easier for most people. Then holding down your left mouse key, you can let go of the shift key. Holding down your left mouse key, you can go anywhere in the blue, anywhere in this blue highlighted area. And you can move all of your ungrouped just by holding down the left mouse key in the blue area and going over the group you want to move them to, which is previous contacts. Once you can see it bolds, it bolds a little bit when you're over that room, and it also, the background turns light blue. See on either side? I'm moving this around. This is 692 contacts from my ungrouped, and I'm moving them to previous contacts. I'm dragging, and now I'm letting go of the mouse key, the left mouse key, and I'm dropping. Ta-da! Now we'll take a few minutes for Skype to do that, and it might, in the ungrouped, it might even say minus the number that you had in there for just a moment, and they're plus the ones that you're moving to because the database is changing. So in a minute that will disappear. There we go. Now all of my ungrouped are here, and the reason why that's important is because when you go to Message Magic, when you go to load users, all of your groups show up, and you can load contacts. Yeah, load contacts.